This case involves a dispute between a bank called the Royal British Bank and a man named TURQUAND. TURQUAND was a shareholder in a company where he believed he had certain rights and protections. The company had a constitution that outlined how it should operate and what rules it should follow. One of these rules was that contracts made on behalf of the company required the signatures of 2 directors. However, in a particular transaction, the Royal British Bank entered into a contract with the company that only had the signature of 1 director. TURQUAND argued that this contract was invalid because it didn't meet the requirements set out in the company's constitution. The Royal British Bank disagreed, claiming that they were not aware of the company's internal rules and had acted in good faith based on the information available to them. The case centered on the principle of indoor management, or the TURQUAND rule. This principle essentially states that outsiders dealing with a company are entitled to assume that the company's internal procedures have been followed properly, even if they haven't been. The court had to decide whether the Royal British Bank could rely on this principle to validate the contract despite it not meeting the formal requirements of the company's constitution. Ultimately, the court ruled in favor of the Royal British Bank, applying the principle of indoor management. They held that the contract was valid and binding since the bank had acted in good faith and had no reason to suspect any irregularities in the company's internal affairs. This case established an important precedent in corporate law, emphasizing the principle of indoor management and providing protection to third parties who transact with companies in good faith. It highlights the need for companies to ensure clarity and consistency in their internal procedures while also protecting the interests of external parties who may not be aware of those procedures.